determination. So my department has been training and mentoring people to do that. It has taken time. I would have loved to have had it done quicker, but these are matters for PNG, and I will do whatever I can in my capacity to assist PNG. We have an exceptionally good relationship with PNG in trying to deliver these sorts of things and helping them deliver these sorts of outcomes.
So you stand by that paragraph there in that report?
Yes, I do.
Senator Singh, can I just make the point, because you referred to this government. Within 10 days of being elected, Minister Morrison undertook his first trip to Manus Island to meet with ministers.
Thank you,
Prior
Minister.
to December, he met with ministers.
Yeah, thank you, Minister. I wasn't asking you a
occasions.
question.
And if you actually go to page 8, and I have every
I'm about to
right
go to page 8. You're going to page 8 of the report?
Page 84, which clearly
I'm about to go to
sets out
page 8 of the
how
report.
many times Minister Morrison and Mr Bowles and Lieutenant General Campbell have been to Manus Island.
Thank you, Minister, for that detail.
This election.
Mr Bowles, I now would like to go to page 8 of the report in light of the paragraph we just looked at on page 4. Page 8 of the report goes on to say, and this is under the heading Contributing Factors, that contributing factors to the events on 16-18 February were frustrations in the delay process determinations and lack of information about the timing, and further anger and frustration resulting from uncertainty about their future, how long they will be kept on Manus Island, etc.
Oh, yes.
How can the report on this, on one hand, say that government was actively engaged, as it does on page 4, in expediting the RSDs and the resettlement, while saying there was a lack of action on that front contributing to these events?
Where does it say that, Senator? Lack of action?
Well, I just read it out to you.
Well, it says there's a frustration at the delay. Yes, there was a delay. There was a
process
delay in trying
determinations.
to build a refugee status determination process, which I just explained to you, was not in place in September. PNG is not a resettlement country, so we had to start from scratch to train them in the process. I have spent a number of resources in training and mentoring PNG people to undertake this activity. It did take some time to get these things in place. That's accepted. That's what the report says.
But you stand by that you've been actively engaged in
Absolutely,
resettlement,
Senator.
and yet there is still frustration at the delay
There's
in the processing.
If you look at it,
has
it's frustration.
that changed? Is that different today than it was in February? Is there still
yes, it is,
a
because
high
we are
level of
now
frustration?
delivering outcomes. The frustration goes much broader than getting an outcome from refugee status determination. They don't want to be settled in PNG. That was clear. That the report states that as well. Having outcomes in some cases will still be frustrating some people because they didn't want to be in PNG. They are.
Well,
that's the policy of the former government,
Mr.
and
Bowles,
that's the policy
I
of
think
this
the frustration
government.
lies with the uncertainty.
And again, we've been working on that over time, Senator.
If there is that uncertainty placed on an individual, someone who is fleeing persecution, to be placed in a situation where they are feeling so uncertain, whatever way, about their future, does lead to a level of frustration. So what I'm trying to get an answer from is, if you've been actively engaged with PNG, if this government has been actively engaged since September, why are those frustrations still there? Why is all of this uncertainty still there? And when is it going to be resolved?
Well, as I've gone through that.
Okay, well, we won't go through it again because we are out of time, and Senator Singh, you might want to talk to Ms Gillard about that and see why she allowed that to happen. But we'll stand adjourned
Chair,
until 12:1:30.
I really don't think that's appropriate for a chair to be adding to.
Excuse me, Chair. Could I just wrap up two responses?
Can we do it at 1:30?
It's a different outcome. Are we moving on to
Are we still online? Okay, we're still broadcasting, so I'll withdraw the adjournment notification. Mr Cormack.
In response to Senator Singh's question, the industry briefings for the onshore detention were held on the 15th and 16th of April in Sydney and Melbourne. And in response to Senator Hanson-Young's request for numbers of transferees diagnosed with a mental illness, on Marnus between 1 September 2013 and 30 April 2014, 177 transferees diagnosed with a mental illness. And on Nauru, over the same period, 236 adult transferees and 15 minors diagnosed with a mental illness.
Thanks, Mr Cormack. And the hearing's adjourned until 1:30.